works when we have like a hard wire, but I think it just wasn't working with the wireless.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first inning is pitcher number 4, Jacob Charles. Well, we're back here at Nicolay Field. Jacob Charles is leading off for the Bulldogs. He is the pitcher as long as he's out there on the mound, and then he'll become the designated hitter after that. Advantage of the college rule about being able to designate a hit from yourself. Comes in for a ball, making it 1-1 for Charles. On the mound for North Central's A.J. Kuchar. Kuchar with a record of 1-2 on this young season and a rather, at this point, hefty ERA, which happens a lot in the early parts of the season. You have one bad inning and your ERA balloons, and this is what's happened to Kuchar, who currently has an ERA of 7.20. 3-1 to Jacob Charles, the leadoff man, and here's the pitch swing and a miss. Strike 2. So, as opposed to when Charles was on the mound and everybody was hitting the first pitch, we should be good at the first pitch. Kuchar goes full count on the first batter this afternoon. It's outside, and Charles will walk down to first base. And the Bulldogs have their first runner of the afternoon. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Nick Bruder. So Charles now at first. He has good speed. He'll be a threat to run. However, the left-hand stance of Kuchar should keep him somewhat at first base as Bruder takes strike 1. Here's the defensive alignment for the Cardinals. Behind the plate is Michael Davis at first base. Dave Fitzpatrick. Michael Scumaci is at second. As the pitch comes in high for a strike, in the high part of the strike zone, I should say. Nolan King's the shortstop. Jackson Bland is at third base. As the throw goes over to first base, trying to keep Charles close. Caleb Hoberly is the left fielder. In center field is Luke Lehman, and the right fielder is Peyton Berg for the Cardinals, who, as I said, spotted a 4-7 record coming into today's game. The Bulldogs, after their streak break in a 3-game winning streak in North Carolina last weekend, pushed their mark to 6-4 on the campaign. So we're 11 games in, and we got a big 3-game weekend series here at Nicolay Field. There's a fly ball to left, hit on the nose, but Overly didn't even have to move to make the catch, and there is one down in the Bulldog first. Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Ryan Davis. So Ryan Davis, the Bulldog third baseman. There goes Charles. The throw is out and for a ball, and Charles is out at second base. Good throw, but it was almost perfect in the perfect spot to be handled. And the shortstop came over. Nolan King put the tag on Charles, and the Bulldogs' opening runner is erased. Now there's 2 out, with Davis still here at the bat. 1 ball to the Bulldog third baseman. He fouls it off, and that'll make it 1-1. statistical numbers, they're based on a small sample size. Much like I was saying about Pritchard's ERA, a lot of the Bulldog hitters, taking a little time to get going, as is Ryan Davis, because he's one of the Bulldogs' best. And you know he's going to hit, and there's a drive, and that one's well hit, but right at the right fielder Berg, and he gloves it for the out. So both teams end up going 1-2-3 in the first inning, and with the first inning over, our score is 0-0. We'll be back with second inning action from Nicolay Field after we pause for this.
I've listened to and I'm double checking what he said. I'm getting.
Now batting for the Cardinals in the top half of the second inning is catcher number 6, Michael Davis. All right, we're back here at Nicolay Field for second inning action. Michael Davis steps in for the Cardinals. He is the right-hand hitting catcher of this North Central ball club. He takes the ball down the dirt and is stopped there by Wade and keep it in front of him. Davis comes into the game batting .217. He's got 5 hits and 23 at-bats. Does not reach for an extra base hit so far this year. 1-1, pitch on the way. This one is popped up in the sky. Over Boydie now, calling off Rogers, and he takes the pop-up. And there's one away here in the Cardinal second. Well, the weather today is pretty good for March the 15th. How about the center fielder number 5, Luke Lanen? Luke Lanen steps in. We've got about 50 degrees and bright sunshine here at Nicolay Field. And as you saw, we've got what we call in baseball a very high sky. There's not a cloud in it. And those high pop-ups can sometimes give the outfielders trouble on days like today. Ball on the outside corner for a ball. That makes it 1-1 to Lanen, the center fielder of the Cardinals. Charles working quickly. Pitches outside for a ball. Charles, of course, plays a lot of shortstop for the Bulldogs when he's not pitching. Look at his 1-1 this season so far. There's a smash to today's shortstop, Bruder, and he gloves it and throws it on the ring for the out. And there's 2 down. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Dave Fitzpatrick. So 2 quick outs for Charles here in the top of the second. As Fitzpatrick steps up to the plate and takes a curveball for a strike right down Broadway. And he readjusts himself out of the box, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's also just a little bit low this time. It was right over the plate. has a couple doubles to his resume. And here's a smash down to Davis the third. Ryan fires it across the diamond. And once again, the Cardinals go 1-2-3 in the second inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. And at the end of inning and a half, it's still 0-0 here at Nicolay Field. We'll be back before the bottom of the second half.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second is first baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda. All right, we're back here at Nicolay Field for the bottom of the second. And A.J. Miranda stepping up. No score so far. In fact, each team went 1, 2, 3 in their first inning, and the Cardinals did so again in the second. Here's the pitch to Miranda, a high hopper coming down to the third baseman, and he will get him. Fine play turned in by Jackson Bland, and a nice scoop there on the short hop by Dave Fitzpatrick down there at first base. So there's one away. We're going to bring up David Kedrow. Now batting the second baseman, number 25, David Kedrow. Kedrow comes into the ball game batting .259 for the Bulldogs. A pair of home runs this season. First pitch is outside for a ball. Kedrow crowding the plate. He's right up there on top of it. Kuchar works here. The pitch up high for the ball. This is 2-0. Kuchar walked the first man in Jacob Charles, but he was erased when he was caught stealing. So it ended up being a 1-2-3 inning for Kuchar. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Wide for a ball. And that makes it 3-0. Joe Casal, the Bulldogs right fielder, waiting on deck. Should Kedrow get out? And here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's nipping the corner for a strike. It makes it 3-1. In the zone as well, and Kuchar has fought his way back against David Kedrow here to make it 3-2. Here's the payoff delivery over the plate for a strike. Once again, that pitch looked a little bit inside, but as we told you, Kedrow was definitely crowding the plate, so those kind of pitches are strikes.
Stay hot,
Joe! The right fielder, number 10, Joe Casal. So, 2 up and 2 down for the Bulldogs. Casal takes the curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Joe comes in as the leading hitter average-wise for the Bulldogs at .381. He is nibbling on the the count to Cassell. And he watches one go by, and once again, we're at a full count. This is the third time that Kuchar has went full boat on the Bulldog hitters. Easton Rogers is in the on-deck circle. Should Cassell get on, here's the payoff pitch up high. But it's missed his elbow, and that will be the second walk of the game issued by Kuchar. Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. So Easton Rogers, Bulldog left fielder, comes on in, digs a ball outside. It's obvious that A.J. Kuchar is definitely trying to work these right-hand hitters on the outside corner and make them reach across the plate to hit the ball. However, with a runner at first base as we have now, that could be a good strategy, as that one also misses wide. You got your second baseman shading the bag towards second, and the first baseman right on the bag at first, leaving a big hole there right for somebody poke the ball through there in right field for a base hit. That goes up high, and once again, Kuchar finds himself down 3-0 to the Bulldog hitter. He came back and got Miranda on that little bounce out. And that's the strike, making it 3-1. Again, this is a big weekend series here this weekend at Nicolay Field as Rogers swings and misses for strike two. Features North Central College, Baldwin Wallace, Denison, and the Bulldogs. Everybody's playing everybody one time. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that will end the inning. So the second strikeout of the game for he gets them both this inning. And the Bulldogs lead the first runner on base of the ball game. They get no runs on no hits. There were no errors, and one was left. We'll be back with the air rating action after we pause for this. You're watching
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
ones, they usually wear helmets when they batted. Now they're wearing them. There you go for North Central. In the top half of the third inning is third baseman number 16, Jackson Bland. Welcome back here to Nicolay Field as we start the top of the third inning. Jackson Bland, the third baseman of the Cardinals, stepping in and takes a strike on the outside corner. A little look of disbelief back to the umpire, but was on the corner by Charles. He's had pinpoint control so far today. That one's outside, and it's 1-1. You get the sense that Charles so far has only thrown balls when he wants to. Tries to pull these hitters. That one comes inside. Just misses the inside point. And it's 2-1. Bland, a left-hand batter. Fouls it out of play over the Bulldog dugout. it and runs over the bag to take it himself. Those birds at bat is short-lived. And that'll bring up Caleb Coberly. Now batting the left fielder number 34, Caleb Coberly. Here's the pitch on the outside corner for a ball. Shooting for anyway. No runs, no hits for the Cardinals so far. No runs, no hits for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have a couple runners due to walks, but that's all the action on the base paths this afternoon. 1-1 count now to Coberly. 1-2 is a left-hand batter. He's deep in the batter's box, standing right on that back line as he takes the ball. Delivery on the way down low, and that'll be 3-1. Coberly, the 9-hitter in this Cardinals lineup. He gets a walk. So the first runner for the Cardinals. That'll turn the lineup over. Now batting the second baseman, number 19, Michael Scumaci. I'll bring up Scumaci. He was a first ball hitter, his first time up, bouncing to Ryan Davis in third. He's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Scumaci came into the ball game batting 182. He's got 6 hits and 34 at bats now. One strike to him here. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Charles trying to pick his spots here while keeping an eye on the runner Coberly at first base. Being held on by A.J. Miranda. There he goes. Here's the swing and a miss. Strike, and it is a stolen base for Coberly. So the first batter to reach second of the ball game. But the count is now 1-2 to the man in the leadoff position, second baseman Michael Scumaci. Charles checks the runner, and now looks to the plate and delivers. Just outside for a ball. So the 2-2 pitch coming up here. This is the first scoring threat of the afternoon for either team. That runner at second base, he's got a base open. Here's the pitch from Charles. Swung on, fouled away. And we'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Yeah, this is doubleheader baseball here this afternoon. 5 o'clock, we're going to see Baldwin Wallace taking on the Big Red of Denison. Always two of the better teams coming out of Ohio. And the two pitches on the land. And that's a base hit to left field. Easton Rogers coming up throwing. Here comes the throw to plate, and he is out. Easton Rogers picked it up. Perfectly placed ground ball into left field, but Rogers got a good jump on it, and there was great chance for Coberly to make it to the plate, and he has gone down home. So let's for the Cardinals, they got no runs on 1 hit, there were no errors, and 1 was left on base. At the end of 2.5, our score remains Cardinals nothing, Bulldogs nothing, and we'll be back with third inning action after we pause for this. You're watching come up to bat. They will be sending Wade, Boyke, and Charles to the plate, and hopefully a few more as the lineup turns over. As Bulldog catcher Zach Wade stepping in. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one just nipping the corner. Once again, the left-hander pitchers try to stay outside on these Bulldog hitters. There's a pitcher fouled off by Wade. Again, when people are trying to do that to you, sometimes you just have to take what they're giving you and line that ball out into right field if you can do so. There's the 1-2 pitch, swung on, foul away, look out. Cardinal dugout. That was high enough so that it hit the cement and lined off the barrier there. Like I say, the dugouts, the fences, they're all close to the field of play here. Strike 3 on the inside front, and Zach Wade is off looking. That is strikeout number 3 for A.J. Kuchar. Now batting the center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke. Well, Jack Boyke in the 9 spot for the Bulldogs, wearing number 9. The Bulldogs center fielder gets a strike downhill or strike 1. At the end of the season last year, Boyke was used to this 9 spot, where he was really kind of like a second leadoff hitter. This one is tapped back to a pitcher. He steps and throws to first. They are quickly 2 away. That's a big part of the Bulldogs' offensive lineup. Now batting the pitcher number 4, Jacob Charles. Sometimes you get that 9-hitter on. He's got good speed, as Boyke does. Rangy center fielder that he is. And then you've got the top of the lineup with guys like Charles and Bruder and Davis coming up. And that's a good way for the Bulldogs to produce a run. This one is hit on the line. Right at Overlay in left field for the out. And the inning is quickly over for the Bulldogs. So they got no run, nothing across here in the bottom of the 3rd. We played 3 complete innings. And we're 1/3 through the action here today at Midway Field, but we still have no score between the Cardinals and Bulldogs. The shortstop number 24, Nolan King. Well, here's the opening pitch of the 4th inning. Inside to Nolan King. Nolan bounced down to A.J. Miranda at first base in the 1st inning on the first pitch that he saw. This time he's a little more selective as he takes 2 pitches for balls, one outside and one a little bit low. Jacob Charles working in his fourth inning. Again, Charles came into the day with a 1-1 record. And that one's outside for a ball. You get 3 now. Jacob's only walked 3 batters so far, struck out 5 coming into the day. And that pitch is a strike. ERA is 4.38. And this is his third start of the season. Here's the pitch, bounding ball. Bruder comes in, charges, takes the high hop, throws a little low, but handled easily by Miranda. And there's one away in the Cardinal fourth inning. Now batting, designated hitter number 3, Trey Roach. So that'll bring up the DH, Roach. He hit probably the deepest ball of any batter so far as he chased Casal to the front of the warning track. And there's a line drive up the alley. This could be 2, but Casal gets over there quickly. And he will hold him to a single. So Trey Roach not wasting any time up there, and he lines a signal for the second hit of the day off Charles. Now batting, the catcher number 6, Michael Davis. Michael Davis stepping in to runner at first. Charles
Are you guys broadcasting online?
breaking ball for a strike.
Is there no sound? Because you can't hear it online.
One of the things about Charles being on the mound, you may look to run him because he does throw a good number of breaking balls up there. You just got to pick the right pitch to go on.
They can barely hear you.
Charles sends him diving back into the bag. And 1 out here, no score. 4th inning. Opening day at Nicolay Field as the shadows begin to encroach on the field. That pitch is outside for a ball. Remember, there's 2 games here this afternoon as Baldwin Wallace will take on Denison at 5. So if you're out and about, you make it out here, come on out for some good college baseball here on the first day of the season. There's a base hit right into that hole that I was talking about, and it's going to be a strong throw by Cassell that holds him to just 1 base. So the Cardinals flapping their wings a little bit here in the 4th inning. They've got runners at first and second, and just the 1 out. Now batting the center fielder number 5, Luke Lehman. Luke Lehman, who bounced too short his first time. Well, as you'd like to see that happen, and possible double play if they could get him to do it again. And the center fielder for North Central pops out of the mitt of Zach Wade, but he corrals it easily and no one can advance. Action here at Adrian College. 5-ball over the backstop and out of play, and quickly Charles is up 0-2. Of course, we got, say, 6 baseball games here at Nicolay Field this weekend, 2 each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Charles checking the runners. Gives him a long look and a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And the first base occupied. That will be an out. And it will also be a wild pitch, allowing the runners to advance. That's the first wild pitch of the day. The ball is down into there. But Laney is out, and there's 2 out. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Dave Fitzpatrick. Also tomorrow night, the big NCAA quarterfinal game between Adrian and St. Norbert at Barrington Ice Arena. You want to get your tickets for that one. And of course, the women's varsity team is at the Final Four in Wisconsin this weekend at River Falls. lots of action this weekend. 1 ball to Laney, or excuse me, Fitzpatrick. Laney struck out, and there's the pitch on the outside corner for a strike, making it 1-1. And Charles does not have to give in to Fitzpatrick here. We've got Bland on deck. An empty base at first base. Here's the 1-1 delivery. It's lined into right. He's there and makes the catch. And the threat is averted by Charles. As big an inning as we've had, but still no runs. There were 2 hits, there were no errors, and 2 were left on base. At the end of 3.5, it's Bulldogs nothing, Cardinals nothing. Bulldogs going to try and get it going here in the bottom of the 4th, and we'll be back to bring that action to you. After we pause for this, you're watching Adrian College. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 4th inning is shortstop number 5, Nick Bruder. Nick Bruder stepping in to lead off the 4th for the Bulldogs. He is batting from the right-hand side, and he takes a ball outside for ball 1. We talked about the hockey teams there at the end of the last half inning, and I definitely want to send out our congratulations to the. There's a base hit for Bruder. First hit for the Bulldogs this afternoon, and hopefully that will ignite this Bulldog offense. Now batting third baseman number 17, Ryan Davis. Send our congratulations to the D1 boys who won the national championship, their 3rd in 6 campaigns here earlier this week on Tuesday. As the first pitch to Davis is a ball. Also, personally want to send my congratulations to goaltender Nick. The goaltender, Mr. DeCotney's, as he followed the advice of his public address announcer and didn't let any in for that championship game. As Davis fouls one off. Congratulations to all the Bulldog hockey squads. Got the Division 1 and 2 women's teams playing this weekend at St. Louis. Hopefully they will be able to have similar success throughout their tournament play. 3-1 now to Ryan Davis. He takes a strike, making it a full count. see upon the payoff pitch. With Bruder, they may choose to start him. He does not as he goes back to the bag. And Davis takes a strike on the inside corner. And he is called out for out number 1. Now batting the first baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. Miranda coming up to bat. Bruder did not really get a good jump. He's trying to lean one way, but right now he's staying pretty close to the bag against the left-hand stance of Kuchar. Bulldogs trying to get that first runner to second base. And there he goes, and the throw is over to first base, and we're going to get it out as Bruder is picked off. That out is going to be 1-3-6. Two away. So Miranda now stands up there. Good count, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. A smash, diving effort, but we just get a little bit of a blow on it, so that will be a base hit for A.J. Miranda. As Jackson Bland diving to his left just tipped the ball to the shortstop, and that's loaded down so he could beat it out. Now batting the second baseman, number 25, David Kedrow. So Bulldogs trying to get something going here with 2 outs. In the bottom of the fourth, there's a pitch to the outside corner. Glenn almost had that one, it just a little bit out of his reach. There's a smash at the net that protects the fans down the first base side. One of the neat aspects of Nicolay Field, we have the covered bleachers. And there are days here when that shade is very welcome. And then there are days like today when you see some people enjoying the sunshine as the ball is smashed down to the first baseman, Fitzpatrick. He loves it and steps on the bag to end the inning. So, no runs, however, the Bulldogs do get 2 hits. There are no errors, and the Bulldogs lead with 1 on base. At the end of 4 complete, it's 0-0 here from Nicolay Field. It's opening day, and you're lead off for North Central at the top half of the 5th inning is third baseman, number 16, Jackson Bland. All right, we're moving to the 5th inning here. at Nicolay Field as Jackson Bland steps in for the Cardinals. He takes a strike on the first pitch and then fouls one off down the line. And he hits that fence and ricochets out to south and right. Oh and 2 the count to the left-hand hitting third baseman for North Central. And North Central comes in with a record of 4-7. Of course, they've been on a bit of a spring trip like the Bulldogs have. As they'll half swing and there you go, and they say no down the third base. So, Bland lives to see another pitch. Cardinals are 0-2 in straight-up road games like today, and they're 4-5 on neutral fields. First home game as Jackson Bland watches the first one go right down Broadway for out number 1. Now batting the right fielder number 2, Peyton Bird. I'll bring up Peyton Bird, who bounced to A.J. Miranda his first time. And Charles has to start again. Batter wasn't quite ready. And here's the pitch outside. Of course, the NCAA has been using, that pitch clock. This is the first year it's actually been installed here at Nicolay Field, as there's a bouncing ball to Davis. He watches it into his glove, fires across the line, and it's 2 up and 2 down for the Cardinals here in the 5th. So if you come out to Nicolay Field, you're going to see that. Now batting the left fielder, number 34, Caleb Oberly. One right behind the screen here at home plate. All the players can see, and those fans who choose to sit out on the hill, as this is right back to Charles, who tosses a ginger softball-like toss to first base and gets Oberly for out number 3. So nothing across for the Cardinals in the 5th, who are halfway through today's game in a rest 58 minutes here at Nicolay Field, and we're moving to the bottom of the 5th as we still have no score between these 2 teams, and we'll be back with more as the Bulldogs set up Sal, Rogers, and Wade in the bottom of the 5th. Lead it off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th is right fielder number 10, Joe Cassell. All right, we move to the 5th inning. We've got a pitcher's duel here at Nicolay Field. No score, bottom of 5, and Joe Cassell steps up and watches a ball go by. And he's quickly ahead in the count, 1-0. Harry Carey, who once said, "Let's get some runs." And that's what we're going to try and do here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 now to Cassell. Cassell took a walk his first time. It's obvious the pitcher is trying to pitch him very carefully. Castell, the leading hitter in this Bulldog lineup with a batting average of 381 coming in. He has 1 homer, but 7 RBIs, and he's shown power throughout his career at Adrian. The 3-0 pitch nips the corner for strike one. So the pitcher is rightfully concerned about the big Bulldog right here. And he battles back, strike two. I tell you, several times today, he has been 3-0, and every time he's battled back to make it 3-2. There's a foul ball on the screen. And we'll do the payoff pitch once again. Bulldogs trying to get their lead off.
On that play, Joey, come.
That has been a difficult task today. Both teams, but Castell watching a ball float outside, and he is on a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Easton Rogers, the left fielder. Now batting the left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers. Rogers struck out his first time. He has the concern of Jackson Bland, the third baseman, who's playing in on the grass. He squares the bunt and pulls away. And the ball is dropped by the catcher, Michael Davis. And no advance by Castell. So again, Bland playing in and with good reason, because Easton was showing bunt, but you don't want to bunt at a bad pitch, and he was wise to pull the bat back there and take it for a ball. Here he goes again, bunt. This one he does offer at and fouls it back, and it's now 1-1. And in the bottom of the fifth with no score, Bulldogs desperate to get somebody in scoring position here. And with finally a leadoff man on, the first time since the first inning. Actually, they had one last inning, but so far, the leadoff man on has not done them a lot of good, as they've both been cut down and caught stealing. Charles in the first inning was caught down on the 2-6 foot out, and then they had the more the pickoff move, the 1-3-6 last inning. Rogers still showing that bunt. He's looking down for the side of third base, and now he steps back in. Wanted right back to the mound. He may have a chance at second base. He does. And the sacrifice does not work. It'll be a fielder's choice of 1-6. That one was just right back at the pitcher. So we change the Castell for Rogers. And the batter will be catcher Zach Wade. Now batting the catcher number 13, Zach Wade. Pitches up high for a ball to Wade. The shadow is creeping out a little bit more each inning. The Bulldog on-deck hitter Jack Boyke is now completely in the shade. The outline of the screen is reached the umpire's feet. Again, a cool, breezy afternoon, about 52 degrees here at Nicolay Field today. There's nobody sitting on the hill this afternoon. As soon as the spring goes along and the weather warms up, we'll get some people doing that throughout the season. Not much of a wind this afternoon, but what we do have is blowing from a left to field to right field. It'll help the ball in the corner as that one's fouled off. And the count goes to 1-2. But as longtime Bulldog fans know, if you get that wind blowing out of here, you can hit some prestigious home runs down the jet stream and right. But today is not one of those days. It'll probably knock it down more than help it this afternoon. That one's also foul. Wade is trying to work that ball to right field. days 1 and 2. We talked about the pitch clocks last day. Like I said, there's one right underneath our broadcast location here on the screen and one on the scoreboard just underneath the Adrian College baseball side. It's a smash. This one going to third base. A nice play. This could be 2-1. Reno double play with Jackson Bland starts the double play. And once again, the Bulldogs are frustrated after getting the leadoff man on, and then go 1-2-3. So nothing but a walk in that inning. The runs will hit there's nobody left, and that's the end of 5 complete. It's still nothing between the Cardinals and the Bulldogs. We'll be back for the 6th inning after we pause for break. You're watching Adrian. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the 6th is second baseman, number 19, Michael Scumaci. Michael Scumaci. Leading off for the Cardinals, he is the Cardinal leadoff man. He has bounced to third and singled to left. He had a base hit that led to the best chance for either team to score. He delivered a 2-out single back in the 3rd inning. The runner at second base, but that runner, Caleb Overly, was gunned at the plate on a perfect throw by Easton Rogers, which is the defensive play of the game so far. As he takes a strike, making it 2-1 to the Cardinals' second base. And that's really as close as anybody's come to scoring this afternoon. He goes for the same spot and gets it into left field. So, just like he did his last time, he gets a base hit, but instead of it ending the inning, it leads off the inning. And this is the first time this afternoon that the leadoff man has reached for the Cardinals. Now batting the shortstop, number 24, Nolan King. So that brings up Nolan King. He has a couple of outsouts today, one to first base and one to short. And he could be bunting as well. Here's the bunt rolling down the first base line, and Miranda will watch it roll foul. The trick of bunting here is you got to get it away from the pitcher. That was the mistake that Rogers made last inning. He just hit it hard and right back to the mound. But you got to try to get it down that line, but you got to keep it in fair territory. One strike to the Cardinals shortstop, King. Waits on the delivery for a ball. 1-1. Miranda holding Scumaci at first base. There he goes. Here comes the throw by Way. Right on the money, and he is going to be out. All the way to a bullet. Right down there. And got him. by Davis. A nice play by the Bulldogs. The third baseman has went a long way to get that. And I'm afraid that it was important that he actually get to it because where Bruder was playing, I don't think he'd have got him. Now batting designated hitter number 3, Trey Roach. So the big left-hander Roach steps in. He has hit a couple of ropes to right field so far today. He's probably handled Charles the best as far as getting good aluminum on the ball. Takes a strike on the first pitch, breaking inside to him. Just moves to the outside corner. That's been the key to success for Charles. He's really been able to move that ball around, inside, outside, up, down, and kept these hitters off balance. There's a drive to right field. This one's pretty well hit. Cassell at the warning track, and he makes the catch. So that's 2 to the warning track. 5 balls, but we've got him twice on those fly balls, and it's now another inning where, even though there was one hit, the Cardinals go 1, 2, 3 after the caught stealing, and the Bulldogs now will try to get a run across here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back with more here from
Mikey!
All right, 6th inning here, bottom of 6 here. The home team trying to. Let's go, Blake. Keep going, dude! 2-2 the count, and here.
Interesting.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Luke Lehman. So Lehman comes up. He's bounced to short, struck out. There's a first pitch drive down the right field line, and it goes over the fence into the area where the bullpen pitchers normally sit, although I think there's some action out there. Not a lot of people sitting out there, which I got to tell you, if I was a pitcher for the Cardinals, I think I'd take advantage of that with it being in the sunshine as opposed to being down here in the dugout, which has been in the shade all day long. One strike pitch from Charles on the way, and it's down low for a ball, and a nice job of blocking it by Wade. Leyland coming in today, batting .293. He's a little bit below that now with 2 outs. There's a pitch just under the glove of Jacob Charles, and that gets it out to center field. Man, if Jacob could have just got his glove down a little sooner, he could have gloved that one, but it's in the center field, and the Cardinals now have a runner on first. Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Dave Fitzpatrick. Throw over, ball gets away from Miranda. He's going to head for second, and this is going to be the first decision for JD this afternoon. Pitcher or first baseman? Who are we going to give the error to there? So that's the first error of the day. Pop up. Jacob Charles could not see it, but Miranda's got it, and he gloves it for the out. By the way, we gave that error to the first baseman, A.J. Miranda, as he got his glove on it, but just couldn't squeeze it, and it rolled away. And that's about the only way you really advance on an overthrow here at Nicolay Field. There's the pitch dumped into left field. Here comes Easton Rogers. He's coming up, and they think better of it this time, and probably wisely so. That ball is not hit very hard by Jackson Bland, but it is where they ain't, so it's a base hit for the third baseman. Right fielder, number 2, Peyton Berg. Well, Peyton Berg needing to come up with a big 2-out hit for the Cardinals. Coach Rainey has called time, and he's going to go out and discuss it with the infielders. I'm sure this is a lot more about how they're going to defend the first and third situation, as the Bulldogs have no one warming up in the bullpen. So certainly not time for a change. Peyton Berg has bounced to first. He's bounced to third. He comes up, was batting .250 coming in the day. He now has 30 at-bats, and he has 7 hits to show for him this season. Berg has 1 extra base hit, a double this season.
Rainey is back in the dugout. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Now the pressure gets a little bit on the catchers in this situation. Zach Wade, he cannot let a ball get behind him. However, again, with the field, the backstop so close to him, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to score on a wild pitch. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. One and one, the count to the right fielder of the Cardinals. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on, bounding ball. Davis gloves it. He looks across the diamond, fires it to Miranda. He puts it belt high, and the inning is over. So Jacob Charles pitches his way out of a jam here in the 7th inning as they get no runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Bulldog error, and 2 were left on base. And at the end of 6 1/2, we take a 7th inning stretch here at Nicolay Field for the first time in 2024, with the Bulldogs leading the Cardinals 3-0. We'll be back with the rest of this ball game after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for North Central is number 9, Anthony Rainier. Rainier in a place of A.J. Kuchar. Leading off for the Bulldogs is left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers. All right, we're back here at Nicolay Field, and we've had a change in the lineup for the Cardinals as A.J. Kuchar's day is done. He was a very effective left-hand outing here for him this afternoon, and he is replaced by Anthony Rainier. And Rainier has come out pumping strikes. This is the first time the Bulldogs obviously have seen a right-hander this afternoon. The Adrian batter is Easton Rogers. Here's the line on Kuchar. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits. The Bulldogs got 3 runs. They were all earned as this one's fouled away. He walked 3 and he struck out 4 for Kuchar, who can only lose this ball game at this point. As his biggest mistake was getting matched up with Jacob Charles this afternoon. These 2 pitchers for 6 innings were pretty dominant. Great Earl Weaver used to say, about spring training games. He goes, if your team gets bombed, you say the hitters are ahead of the pitchers. Because if everybody gets pitchers throw shutouts, as Rogers dumps one into center field for a base hit to lead off the inning. And, of course, if the pitchers threw a 1-0 spring training game, which, of course, would always involve about 20 pitchers, He'd say, well, pitchers are ahead of the hitters. Now batting the catcher, number 13, Zach Wade. So I don't know which one is actually true, 10 games into the season, but today the pitchers were on their games. Here's Wade scoring to bunt. He takes a strike as the Bulldogs now are starting last couple innings, have got their leadoff man on. And that, of course, led to a big 3-run inning in the 6th, and the Bulldogs are hoping for similar results here in the 7th. Here's the throw over to first. It is not Rainier's good move. As he just kind of softballed it over there. Here's the pitch outside. Davis faked a throw from his catching position, but it really wasn't that dangerous because, quite frankly, he had no one to throw it to, as the first baseman was coming in due to the bunt shown by the batter, Wade. Here's the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. I think it's 1 and 2. Boyke is on deck. He got it all going in the 6th inning by getting a leadoff single after forcing a 9-pitch at bat. And here's the delivery, swung on line, base hit down the right field or left field line. That was just out of the reach of the third baseman. That's going to be a 2-bagger, and the Bulldogs got it going. Jackson Bland made a dive for it, and it got past him, and that was into the corner. And clearly a fair ball down there. And that is going to bring a confab between the umpires and the coaching staff here from North Central. But I don't think that's going to avail anything. Again, that was clearly a fair ball. And Bulldogs now have hit 3 similar balls like that down that bag, kind of wearing that out. And now Jack Boyke will bat. The batter, center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke. So Boyke stands in from the left side. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Cardinals at this point, they were playing double play death, but now they think better of it and bring everybody into the edge of what would be the grass if we had grass, but we'll call it just the green part. They are just barely in the brown. Here's the pitch. In for strike 2. So Boyke quickly down 0-2, but again, evidence of his last at bat when he was down 0-2. This could take a while. Here's the pitch now. Again, the Bulldogs have greeted the new pitcher, Rainier, with a pair of hits, a single and a double. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled away. Again, an emergency hack that time. And he got just a piece of it, putting it on the roof of Nicolay Field's grandstand. Bulldogs have a little bit of action going out in the bullpen. I don't know if they're ready to have Charles give way, but they're going to be ready should he begin to falter. Here's the pitch, popped up this time. This is going to be kind of trouble as, again, that sun, and it's a juggling catch. And that's what I've been trying to tell you, everyone. It's a high sky. It can play tricks on you when the ball gets that high, and Nolan King was in the position to juggle it, but he kept his composure and he made the catch, and we'll get a trip to the mound. I can tell you that, yeah, with the infield in, that ball was over the head of Jackson Bland, and he wanted no part of it, and I can fully understand that on a day like today. Well, the shortstop had to come all the way over, and you could tell that he was struggling. So when this confab is over, the Bulldogs will turn it over to the top of the lineup, and pitcher Jacob Charles will have a chance to help his cause here this afternoon as the umpire now slowly making his way out there to the mound. Now batting the pitcher, number 4, Jacob Charles. So the infield remains in. Charles just going to try and drive one past him here. Pick up a couple more runs. That one almost got away from the catcher, as Michael Davis did a fine job of blocking that one. One ball, no strikes, the count to Charles. He rests the bat on his shoulder. Now he pokes it up and watches ball number 2. Now again, Charles, who is coming into the game, is the second best hitter on this Bulldog squad with a .375 batting average. He has no hits today. He does have a walk. Here's the pitch, swung on. There's a drive to left field. That's going to be Coberly making the grab, and there will be no advance by Easton Rogers. So Charles hit that one maybe a little too good, and that will not allow Rogers to get home. And then with 2 outs, Nick Bruder will have a chance to try and push the Bulldogs' advantage. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Nick Bruder. Here we go. First pitch high to Bruder. Bruder line to left his first time up, and since then he has a pair of singles. 1 to right and 1 to left. So, not surprisingly, North Central playing the outfield straight up as the pitch is on the outside for a strike. 1-1 now the count to Bruder. Infielders have moved back. It's a whole different situation batting with runners on base when there's 2 outs or 1 out. There's a pop-up. It's going to be in shallow right field, and it'll be gloved easily by Berg, and the inning is over. So the Bulldogs waste a golden opportunity there as they get runners at second and third with no outs and fail to move them around. So no runs for the Bulldogs on 2 hits. There were no errors. There were 2 left. And at the end of 7 complete innings of play, our score remains Bulldogs 3, Cardinals 0. And we'll be back with the
Only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrate each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives. But I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
Proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Leading off for the Cardinals in the top half of the 8th inning is left fielder number 34, Caleb Coberly. All right, we go to the 8th inning. Charles deals a strike on the inside corner to the number 9 hitter in the North Central lineup, left fielder Caleb Coberly, who has walked and bounced to the pitcher. 0-1 pitch, swung on, bouncing ball to short. Bruder right there. Guns it across the diamond, and there's one away. Once again, Charles is able to get the leadoff batter in the inning. That is so important to successful pitching. Now batting the second baseman, number 19, Michael Schumacher. So Schumacher up to bat now. Takes a ball. Here's a fly ball to right. Casal going back. The wind's got it a little bit, and he makes the catch. Well, maybe he did make the, yeah, he made the catch. Well, that ball, again, I talked about the wind a couple innings ago, and that kind of shows you what the wind will do out there. There are days when that ball would be on the softball field. But in this case, Casal ran it down because the wind knocked it down, but was taking it away from him. And he made a spectacular catch out there in right field. The batter, shortstop number 24, Nolan King. So there's two out. King is the next hitter. He's the shortstop. First pitch is a ball. This one's on the inside corner for a strike. And that makes it 1-1. Well, again, that was a tough catch, tough ball to follow. And Casal did it beautifully. Like I say, at the very end, his hat came flying off, and I think the runner, Schumacher, thought that was the ball. So he started running again, but the umpire had his hand up, signaling out the entire way. So we're about waiting for the 2-2 pitch on Nolan King. Here it comes. It's up high for a ball, and it's 3-2. Tell you, Charles would really love to get out of this inning 1-2-3 if he can help it. And there's a breaking ball right down the middle, and Nolan King watched it go by. So a big strikeout for Charles there. He gets a 1-2-3 in the eighth, and we'll go to the bottom of the eighth after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 8th inning is third baseman number 17, Ryan Davis. Okay, we move to the bottom of the 8th. We have a new pitcher on the mound for North Central. He is Jaden Kotecki. And his first delivery is a strike. Kotecki replaces Anthony Renier, who threw just 1 inning, gave up 2 hits and allowed no runs and had no strikeouts. So Ryan Davis will face the right-handed throwing Kotecki, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. He's down 0-2. For Kotecki so far, he has a ERA of 9.82. This is just his 4th appearance as Davis fouls the ball down the right field line. Or excuse me, the left field line. There's a little chopper to short, scooped and thrown out. And a nice play by the shortstop, Nolan King. And Davis is out number 1. Now batting the first baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. So Miranda, who had probably the biggest hit of the game. Davis got the first run in to make it 1-0, but Miranda fouled it with a base hit and a 2 RBI single. Despite getting thrown out at second trying to stretch it, there's a high popper to center field where it is gloved by Luke Lanen. And so 2 quick outs here for Kotecki in the 8th. Now batting second baseman, number 25, David Kedrow. So David Kedrow steps in. He hits a bouncing foul. Right to the third base coaching box. Kedrow struck out looking in the first, bounced to first in the 4th, and had a base hit in the big 6th inning. That was the 3rd single in a row for the Bulldogs. And probably would have produced a run had Miranda been able to stretch his hit into a double, but he was thrown out on a nice throw by Coberly, and therefore there was no one on. And there's our first hit-by-pitch batter this season here at Nicolay Field, and so the Bulldogs do get a runner here in the 8th. Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Joe Cassell. Well, Cassell stepping up to bat, and if his at-bat is as spectacular as his catch last inning, we could have something going here, because that was an all-time dandy out there in right field. Here's a pop-up. He's going to let the other teams deal with the wind right now, and it keeps going away from the second baseman, Scumaci, but he stays with it and runs it down, and the inning comes to an end. So a good inning there by Kotecki, as the Bulldogs get no runs, no hits, no errors. One man was left after the hit batsman. And we go to the 9th. Our score here at Nicolay Field. After 8 complete innings of play, the Bulldogs 3 and the Cardinals nothing. We'll hopefully finish this one up when we return after we pause for this. You're All right, we go to the ninth inning. Designated hitter number 3, Trey Roach, who has a single in 3 trips. All 3 at-bats have been hit to right field. Casals ran 2 of them down, and 1 was a base hit. Here's the first pitch of the ninth, and it's wide. As now Charles taking a little direction out of A.J. Kucher's book and staying away from this big designated hitter for North Central. Second pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. 3, 4, and 5 coming to bat for the Cardinals. So if you need a rally, these would be the guys that started, as that pitch is inside for ball 2. And that makes it now 3-1. Again, so we walk the leadoff man, which is never good, but it's understandable in this situation. Now batting the catcher, number 6, Michael Davis. As Roach was the one guy that has hit the ball hard off Charles today. That pitch is a ball. Also, somehow in the ninth inning, always, it gets a little harder to throw a strike. Here's the pitch from Charles, in for strike 1, 1-1 to the Cardinal catcher, who has a base hit in 3 trips. His base hit was also to right field. And the pitch bounced down the line. The third base coach, a little too hot for him to glove it, especially considering he doesn't have a glove. And it bounces away from him. Bulldogs could use a ground ball here. Davis, not a particularly fleet-of-foot runner. They could get a double play, maybe, as the pitch is in, and it's 2-2. No, things... Charles moves his head, checks the runner, pops it up down the line, foul over the picnic area. And we'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Again, this is a big weekend of baseball here at Nicolay Field. We got another game this afternoon between Baldwin Wallace and Denison. Those 2 teams will be the Bulldogs' opponents on Saturday and Sunday. We're trying to put this one away here in the ninth. Charles looking in for the sign, nods his head and delivers. Got him on strikes, as Davis, trying to protect the plate, took a big cut at an outside ball. That would have been a ball. And that brings Coach Rainey out for a confab. But there's 1 out, 1 on base. And the next batter will be Luke Lanin. Leyland has struck out, grounded out, and got a base hit. His last time up. Leyland would be fouled by Fitzpatrick. Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Luke Lanin. Here's the pitch, in for a strike. Hey, look at the scoreboard out there in left field. At the Cardinals have no runs on 6 hits. They've made no errors this afternoon. As Charles gets ready to deal, in for strike 2. And the Bulldogs have 3 runs, 9 hits. They've made just the 1 error, but it didn't really hurt them as they got the next guy out. So it just allowed a runner to go for an extra base. And here's the 0-2, swung on, fouled. Ooh, that nipped the catcher Wade. He seems to be all right. He's dusting off the old shin guards there. And it'll be 0-2 again. Jacob Charles has won all the way. Here's the pitch inside for a ball. That was close. Charles with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts this afternoon. Looking for a 7th right here. There's a bounding smash. That's going to be just to the left and into left field. Well, he didn't hit it hard, but they were kind of playing him around to right, hoping for a double play ball, and it squirts into left field. So now the tying run comes to the plate, and that's going to be Coach Rainey out here, and that could be all for Jacob Charles. A masterful performance, but he just can't quite get the last 2 outs here. So Jacob's going to go in. And now we're going to see a little bit of shuffling as Ryan Davis is coming to the mound from third base. And Charles started to walk off the field, but now he has decided to turn around, and I think he's going to move, I would imagine, to shortstop. And then Bruder will probably move over to third base. But we don't really know that for sure because they're all kind of standing around in the circle. Now, Kedro is running in. He's going to get a different glove. So we're just going to have to wait on what the infield's going to do. But Ryan Davis is coming in to pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Bulldogs is number 17, Ryan Davis. Davis enters the mound from third base. Now moving to second base is number 4, Jacob Charles. And moving from second base to third base is number 25, David Kedro. Now batting for the Cardinals is going to be number 21, first baseman Dave Fitzpatrick. Okay, we have figured out the Bulldog defensive alignment as Charles leaves the mound and heads for second base. He will be the second baseman. David Kedro will move from second base to third, and the third baseman Ryan Davis will come in, and he will do the pitching. We're having a confab with the umpires right now, and I'm sure this is over Charles being at second base because he was listed as the DH, but he was DHing for himself. And so now that he enters the game, the Bulldogs lose the DH, and he will continue to bat in the number 1 spot. Hopefully, however, Mr. Davis will get us out of this jam, and the Bulldogs won't be batting the rest of the day. And as predicted, that's exactly what's going to happen. Nice try by the North Central coaching staff, but that's how the college DH rule works. So Ryan Davis coming on to try and shut the door here on the Cardinals this afternoon. Davis has a 1.23 ERA. This is his 6th appearance. He's looking for his 2nd save, and the first pitch is a ball to Dave Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick on the afternoon has grounded to third, lined to right, and popped to first. The infield fly would be in effect with 1 out here and runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Davis. That one gets away over the head of Wade, and that will eliminate the infield fly and move the runners up a base. However, with a 3-run lead, right now the most important thing is to get the batter because he is the tying run. Davis has struck out 8 so far this season. Again, this is his 6th appearance, and he has thrown 7 innings. It's 2-1 now to the batter Fitzpatrick. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him the changeup that time, and he was way out in front. So it's 2-2. Again, infielders will concede a run here to get an out. Pitch, bounding ball, second base. Charles there goes to a knee, flips to first, and he gets the out. So, give an RBI to Dave Fitzpatrick. He is the 2nd out. Roach will now go. And that, by the way, was a wild pitch. So we do not know if it's an earned run yet or not, but it's of little note as it's now 3-1 and the Bulldogs need just 1 out to win. Here's Davis putting with the outside. Like I say, it's not an earned run yet because with runners at first and second, that would not have scored a run, but here we go. There's a base hit, and that would have scored the run, so now both runs are earned. A single to right, so the tying run is now at first. It's now 3-2, and things get a little more tense at Nicolay Field. Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Peyton Berg. Berg has grounded to third and hit 2 bouncers to Ryan Davis bounded to first and then 2 ground balls to Davis at third. Davis now is at the mound, so Mr. Kedro should stay alert down there at third base. But Ryan would take it if they just hit a nice little hopper back to him. First pitch is a strike. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. Berg had a big cut. He's down to the last strike. Ryan is going for save number 2. The pitch is on the way, foul ball. The runner was going. That was interesting. Again, as the tying run, you're pretty much gambling it all by sending the runner, especially with the count being 0-2. You are counting on the ball being put in play there. Davis checks the runner, delivers. Just spanked off the light pole out there. Davis checks the runners, comes to the set. He's got plenty of time on the pitch clock. Here's the pitch down the middle, called a ball, throw, and it's a stolen base. As Bruder could not corral the ball. Pretty good throw that time, but a stolen base, and now the tying run is at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis looking to get Berg for the final out. Here's the pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. That's a ball. So the count is full. We've went about as far as we can go. 2 strikes here. Davis laboring to get that 3rd strike. Tying run on second base in the person of Jackson Bland. And here we go. The payoff pitch from Davis outside, and he walked him. So now a lead run is on base. Now batting, the left fielder, number 34, Caleb Coberly. And the 9-hitter stands in. Oh, we've got tension and high drama here on opening day. Davis checks the runner at second. He delivers on the outside corner for a strike. The day for Caleb Coberly, a walk, a bouncer to the mound, and a grounder to short. Bulldog infielders are playing deep. They just need to knock the ball down and keep it in the infield. There's a drive off the net. And once again, the Cards are down to their last strike. But they are flapping their wings here in the 9th inning. They've scored twice to make it a 3-2 ball game. And they have runners at second and first. Bland at second, Berg at first. He checks the runner, delivers, and it's high for a ball. Ryan Davis has got 2 strikes quickly on Berg and Coberly, but then he struggled to throw strikes. He needs to come with a big strike here. Here's the pitch, swung on, emergency hack, gets it just over the fence, and he stays alive. That was almost strike 3. He kind of dug that one out of the mitt of Zach Wade. 1-2 again. Paying a little more attention to the runner at second. Now here's a pitch outside. And he lets it go by, 2-2. And I tell you, you want to throw a strike here because if it goes 3-2, the runners will be running and you could lose the ball game on any kind of an extra base hit. Oh, the 2-2 delivery on its way, fouled away. Coberly doing just what he can to keep alive. Scumaci, the leadoff batter, is on deck. He would bat if Coberly can extend the game. 2-2 pitch on its way. He watched it go down the side, and it's all over. A beautiful break-in ball by Ryan Davis, and Davis picks up his 2nd save of the year and strands 2 runners aboard for North Central. They get 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. And our final score here this afternoon in the game number 1 of the weekend's festivities here in the Adrian Baseball Classic, it is a Bulldog victory, 3-2. We'll be back to wrap it all up after we pause for this.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
North Central 2. Here's the final line score on today's game for North Central. They had 2 runs on 8 hits. They made no errors and had 7 left on base. For Adrian, they had 3 runs on 9 hits. They made 1 error and they had 6 left on base. Winning pitcher this afternoon is Jacob Charles. His record is now 2-1, and the losing pitcher is AJ Kucher. His record now 1-3. Ryan Davis picks up the save, his second of the season. Time of today's game was 2 hours and 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that there is another game here at Nicolay Field, and that game will get started at approximately 5 o'clock. And ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, if you are leaving the park at this time, we hope that you have enjoyed your time at Nicolay Field, and we hope you will visit us many more times throughout the 2024 baseball season. Again, we have games here, both doubleheaders both Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday schedule has Denison playing North Central at 1 p.m., and the Bulldogs will take on Baldwin Wallace at 5. And then Sunday schedule, North Central will take on Baldwin Wallace at noon, and the